Hey everyone, today I thought I would go over how I shop sustainably, if you can shop sustainably. I know it's sort of like an oxymoron because to be sustainable is to not over consume. But yeah, so I mean, we do have to buy things occasionally, so I thought I would go through like my 5 tips or the 5 ways that I shop sustainably, or yeah, 5 ways that I shop sustainably. That's what we're gonna do. So my first tip for shopping more sustainably is the most obvious tip that I probably don't even need to share, but I will anyway. The first tip is thrifting. Now I'm sure everyone already knows what thrifting is and why it's sustainable, but I'll kind of I guess explain why I have it here. It's honestly my favorite way to shop, even if it wasn't sustainable, as weird as that sounds, because you can just find so many unique things. When you go to like a mall or like one of those like trendy stores, it's gonna have like the same thing that like everyone else is seeing, but if you go to a thrift store, you're just gonna see like things from all different eras. If you're lucky, sometimes you just find like that like polyester 2000s crap, but like if you go to thrift stores like deep in the suburbs, like you'll find some like really good stuff. I don't necessarily recommend thrifting in cities, 1 because they're generally more expensive, and 2 because they're already picked through. So I'm also too shy to ask, but people have said that you can ask the employees or the managers at the thrift stores like when they like restock and things like that. Sometimes it's just at random, like daily, but sometimes they have like restock days, and that's when you can obviously find the best stuff. I'm too shy, like I said, to do that, so I just go when I go. But yeah, if you want to get the best deals or the best items, then maybe ask a store clerk when they restock. Also, I don't know if you've ever heard of Goodwill outlets, but basically it's just like big blue bins, and you pay by like the pound. I got a pair of Chuck Taylors for like 50 cents once, if that. They weren't like in the best condition. The bins are like things that don't sell at the Goodwill stores, so you're probably gonna have to dig to find good things, but like I said, it's by the pound, so if you find things that you really like, it's gonna be really cheap. And I don't recommend like just like buying everything up from the bins. Definitely still buy only things that you want, but yeah, it's definitely still an option. My second tip is, I'm gonna kick myself for saying this to anyone because it's like, I feel like it's my little secret, but maybe it's not. My second tip is shopgoodwill.com. Obviously everyone knows about Goodwill, the thrift store, but they also have a website, shopgoodwill.com, where you can, it has a similar interface as eBay. There's like auctions, but there's also buy it now options, and they have like a ton of stuff constantly on their site, and it's a lot cheaper than what you'd find on like Poshmark or whatever, because it is still coming from Goodwill. There's like bulk items, there's a lot of like electronics. I've seen pianos. I bought a camera on there once. But yeah, you can also buy, like I go there for specific items. So if I'm looking for like Doc Martens or something like that, I can search that in the search bar and then it'll come up with all the results. With Shop Goodwill, you can also set a thing called personal shopper, and so basically it's like a saved search. You can put in like, I don't know, Levi's pants, and then save that, and then you can have emails sent to you whenever a new Levi's pant gets uploaded, which is amazing. I found some really good stuff using the personal shopper option, and I wish I didn't tell you about it. My third tip is another kind of obvious one, but still I think people have pushed it aside. It's kind of gone out of vogue, but I still think it's a great option. eBay. I still think you can find some good stuff on there. You just have to know what you're looking for. I think that's the tricky part with things like Poshmark and things like that. It's sort of curated based off of what you like or based off of what people are posting. People only post things that they think will sell, but on eBay, literally everything gets posted on there, so it's a bit overwhelming if you're not looking for something specific. There's millions of things on there. I definitely will look for certain brands or certain styles of things, certain eras of things. But yeah, so yeah, with eBay you can do similar thing to Shop Goodwill, where they have the personal shopper. eBay has, I don't remember what it's called. Basically, you can just save a search, and then with that saved search, you can set email notifications when an item gets uploaded. Also, a lot of the time with eBay, if you look at certain items, the seller will know that you looked at an item, and they can send you like a discounted price for it. That's also great. So definitely click through the items that you think you might like. Yeah, and of course you can, do watch list for auction items or even buy it now items. Sometimes the seller will lower the price. So I definitely recommend watch list. That also gives you time to think about, do I really need this item? Is it just because it's at a good price or it's exciting to want to buy something? So yeah, definitely adding to watch list is helpful in giving yourself added time and thinking about, do you really need this item or do you just want it for no real good reason? Where were we? Fourth option. Fourth option for shopping more sustainably, I would say, would be Depop. Depop is not always the cheapest, but it is definitely easier than Shop Goodwill or eBay or Thrifting, because it is a lot more of a curated platform. A lot of the sellers on there take a lot of time into photographing their product, kind of giving you styling ideas, which is really helpful. You can even just browse it and get inspiration for what to look for at the thrift store on your own. You can filter for your size, meaning or you can save your size. So you can put your top size, your bottoms, shoe size, whatever, and it kind of saves it as your profile sizes. If you search for a certain item, in the results you can filter and click my sizes, so that all of the results will automatically be filtered to just the sizes you have saved, which I think definitely saves a lot of time. I really like it. I use it. Sometimes I don't, if I'm more open to getting something that might be a little bit bigger or whatever, depending on the item. But yeah, really good option, really easy to use. Like I said, not always the cheapest, but definitely easier than searching through thrift stores and things like that. All right, so the fifth option, this one is a little bit hard with COVID, but maybe once everything settles down and it's safer to do so, I definitely recommend it. Clothing swaps. They're really fun, and they're a great way to refresh your wardrobe and, not buy new. I've done it a few times with some groups of friends of mine. You bring clothes that obviously you don't want anymore, and so will they, and you just put it in a pile in the middle of the floor, and you just kind of all sift through it, look at things. It's obviously better if it's all people that are around the same size as you and the same style, but that doesn't always happen. But you never know. You can find gems from other people that might not like a certain style anymore that you're coming onto and things like that. So definitely recommend clothing swaps. In the past, in the clothing swaps that I've been to, not everything in the pile gets taken, and what is left gets bagged up and then brought to charities, which I think is really great. It's better than dropping it off at a thrift store because you don't know if those clothes are going to get resold, but giving it to a charity or a shelter where they're in need of certain items like sweaters or socks or things like that, you know that these items are going to get used. Okay, so I know that I said 5 tips for shopping more sustainably, but I do have one bonus, which is kind of a cheat it's not really shopping sustainably, but I think it is something that should be mentioned, and it's shop in your own closet. And I know that sounds so stupid, like obviously I look in my closet all the time, but I found that when I go into my closet, I kind of already have an idea of what I want to wear, what I wear all the time, and there's like forgotten items that might be like tucked away because it's not the right season for it. Let me go get him. Robert, no. I know, get out of there. Yeah, so shopping in your own closet sounds really silly, but it's honestly sometimes when I find the most exciting items, which sounds counterintuitive because they're already there. I should know that they're already there, but sometimes you have things that are like tucked away because, you know, they're a winter item and now it's summer, but you've come back to the winter items. I don't know, maybe you have all your clothes in a closet open, exposed, but even just like taking them out of the closet and kind of like rearranging them, figuring out like, oh, now that I have this skirt or this pair of shorts, like maybe I can use this top in a different way, things like that. Just like kind of moving things around, shifting things, figuring out what works with newer items that you own. I've definitely found some of my favorite items, like, or rediscovered some of my favorite items just within my own closet. So definitely something that you shouldn't take lightly and consider for shopping for something new. Lastly, I wanted to just give some extra tips, not really like sustainable shopping places to go, but just tips on how to, you know, live more sustainably, I guess. Think about what you have before buying new items. I know that sometimes just like the thrill of shopping is exciting and you don't really want to have like direction when you go to the store. You just kind of want to shop and, you know, browse. But to live more sustainably is to know what you have and to know what you need. So definitely like understand what you have in your closet, and then yeah, so understanding what you already own, not just like items, like I have 4 pairs of shorts and 10 t-shirts or whatever, but also like what style they are, what they'll go with. If you buy some like, you know, funky shirt, like, you know, that might be an exciting purchase, but are you gonna wear it? Do you have like the bottoms that will go with it? Do you have even shoes that will go with it? I've noticed a lot of times that when I buy pants that fit me really well and I'm really excited about them, I don't actually have shoes that will work with them, and then they end up just sitting in my drawer. So just definitely understand what you own and what you can add to your wardrobe that'll actually like sort of embellish your wardrobe rather than just sit in your closet. So that's definitely something to take note of. I also, there's a YouTuber, Shayna Clee, I think her YouTube is the Purple Palace or something like that. She had a really good tip. I saw one of her videos a couple months back and it was a really great tip for thrifting, and it was always wear something that you really like your favorite outfit or something that you really like, to the thrift store, and don't buy items unless they are just as good or better than the items you're already wearing. And that's definitely a way to make sure that you're not just like adding clutter to your wardrobe that you probably won't wear. Make sure that you really want to wear it, you really like it, and again, that it will go with what you already own. So those are just some tips in addition to ways that I find sustainable things. If you have any other ideas or tips, sorry, my cats again are being annoying. Lamp. But yeah, if you have any other tips or suggestions, let me know. I know there's like Etsy and things like that, but Etsy can be really expensive because it's a little too curated, I think. But if you have other tips similar to Shop Goodwill that maybe people don't know about and you can still get good deals on it, let me know. I would definitely like to know about that. I hope that this video was helpful in some way and that you've learned some tips for being more sustainable. But yeah, I guess as a final send off, don't buy things unless you absolutely need them. You can always make do with what you have. Bye guys.